You're listening to an African Elements top news story from March 27, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. Judicial Misconduct in Black Family Child Removals, Tennessee Foster Care Corruption by Darius Spearman. Tennessee. Foster care. Corruption, a crisis. The child welfare system should protect our children. However, in Tennessee, disturbing reports suggest a pattern of abuse, particularly targeting black families. This situation raises serious concerns about the safety and well-being of children, and whether the system designed to help them is, instead, causing harm. This is particularly devastating for the black community as it reopens historical wounds of family separation. One shocking case involves a black mother, Ms. Claiborne. Her 5 children were forcibly taken from her after a simple traffic stop. It's clear that personal relationships impacted judicial behavior. The Department of Children's Services, DCS, later invalidated the rapid hair follicle drug tests used as justification. For 55 agonizing days, these children were separated from their mother and placed in foster care. This removal relied on secret judicial orders made through ex parte communications, meaning one-sided and off the record, between Judge Greg Perry and law enforcement. DCS racial discrimination, the Claiborne case. The Claiborne case exposes a disturbing level of collusion and disregard for due process. Judge Greg Perry reportedly conspired with Coffee County Sheriff's Department investigator James Sherrill to arrest Ms. Claiborne. The charge was disorderly conduct, and Perry invoked judicial immunity to bypass standard legal procedures. It's deeply troubling that such a significant decision, taking someone's children, was based on a private phone call rather than on proper legal petitions or sworn affidavits. These actions have ripped children from their mother's loving arms. For the black community, this isn't just a legal issue. It's a violation of the sacred bond between mother and child. The lack of transparency and due process in this case is unacceptable. It echoes a painful history of families torn apart by unjust systems. Where is the equal protection under the law that the U.S. Constitution is supposed to guarantee all citizens? Financial incentives and black families. Child removals. The problems within Tennessee's DCS extend beyond individual cases of misconduct. There are allegations that DCS prioritizes adoption incentives over placing children with relatives, a practice that disproportionately affects black families. The state receives federal bonuses, ranging from $5,000 to $10,000 per adoption, when children are adopted instead of being placed with family members. The state keeps the bonuses. Moreover, his financial incentive raises serious ethical questions. Are children being treated as commodities? The case of Skylar Mitchell, a black infant, illustrates this issue. DCS was accused of delaying the processing of relative placements while pushing for foster to adopt families. For us, family is everything. Therefore, the idea that a system would prioritize profit over keeping a child within their extended family is deeply offensive and morally wrong. Child welfare racial disparities in Tennessee. Racial disparities are deeply embedded within Tennessee's foster care system. Although black children are more likely to be reunified with their families compared to white children, 10.9% versus 6.4% over 2 years, white children are 3 times more likely to be adopted. This reflects a national trend of racial bias in the child welfare system. A 2018 report confirmed that black youth experience disproportionate entries into and exits from foster care. These statistics are not just numbers, they represent real lives and real families. The higher adoption rate for white children suggests a systemic preference. This is painful to confront. Consequently, it reinforces the need for urgent reform. The lived experiences of black mothers like Ms. Claiborne give a human face to the statistical disparity. Tennessee Family Court violations and systemic acknowledgement. Even DCS's own Child and Family Service Plan, 2025 to 2029, acknowledges ongoing racial imbalances. The plan notes that children in foster care are disproportionately white, 63%, but this statistic masks deeper issues, such as those affecting black families. Crucially, a 2023-2024 review sample included only 46 foster care cases, which is not proportionally representative of the racial demographics. This small sample size raises concerns about the thoroughness and accuracy of oversight. Acknowledging a problem is the first step, but action is required. The limited scope of the DCS review suggests that the full extent of the racial disparities may be hidden or underestimated. These statistics are not a substitute for justice. As black people, we must therefore demand transparency, accountability, and real change to create a system that truly protects all children. What is DCS? Understanding the Department of Children's Services. To understand the context of these issues, it's important to clarify the role of DCS. The Tennessee Department of Children's Services, DCS, is the agency responsible for child welfare programs in the state. This includes child protective services, foster care, adoption, and even juvenile justice. Founded in 1996, DCS provides services to children who are at risk or already in state custody, as well as to their families. DCS has regional offices to handle day-to-day operations. DCS's responsibilities are wide-ranging. They investigate child abuse and neglect. They manage foster care placements and adoption services. Furthermore, they are responsible for programs aimed at treating juvenile offenders. A commissioner leads DCS, which has many divisions. Divisions include juvenile justice, child safety, family well-being, and finance administration, in addition to regional offices across the state. Foster to adopt families in Tennessee, a closer look. Foster to adopt families play a specific role. They provide temporary care for children. However, they intend to legally adopt the child if reunification with the biological family is not possible. This approach combines the goals of fostering with the possibility of creating a permanent home. DCS actively facilitates the foster care application process. They also encourage foster families to consider adoption. For instance, the procedures in regional offices reflect this approach. While foster to adopt can provide stability for some children, the concerns raised about financial incentives and racial disparities in Tennessee necessitate careful scrutiny of this system. Copyright African Elements.